Let's elevate meatballs into something special that you can entertain guests with. But to do that, let's start from the beginning. Welcome to Gotland. Spring has sprung on the island. The flowers are in bloom, the cows are out, and we are gonna greet spring with making meatballs, of course. But we're not making any meatballs, we're making the premium ones. And to make this special set of meatballs, you'll need an onion, some milk, an egg, some feta, and some bacon, hard bread, soy sauce, just a little bit of pepper, nuts, and some minced meat. To make the best set of meatballs, I prefer using beef, but today I've gone the extra mile and I'm actually using premium lamb, Gotlandish lamb at that. Look at that thing. When I'm making my Swedish premium meatballs, I like to have as many flavors as possible, and therefore I have all of these ingredients. There is, of course, the option of not using all of this, and in that case I would say you don't have to have the feta or the bacon or the nuts necessarily together. However, having the onion, milk, egg, hard bread, minced meat, and soy sauce is absolutely necessary. Making this recipe, I tend to use pepper, but you don't actually need to because you get so much flavor from the bacon, the onion, and the soy sauce. So pepper is absolutely optional. The reason that I'm using nuts in my meatballs is because I like that nutty taste. Let's begin, and we're beginning by cooking the bacon. Here's a pro tip. When you fry the bacon, just fry it lightly because it will go in the pan a second time mixed with all the other ingredients and you don't want it to dry out. Do yourself a favor, don't cut the bacon when it's raw. Do it afterwards, much easier. It goes much faster. A beautiful sight. Meanwhile the bacon is cooking, let's chop some nuts and some onion. So I brought out this bucket that's gonna be the base of our creation. Let's chop some nuts. Don't need that many nuts, just a few of them, and you cut them into small pieces. And we'll put the nuts in the bucket. All of them. Now it's time for the onion. Regarding the onion, we don't need that much. I would say 1/3 when you have a big piece like this, not more. We'll take the onion and we'll chop it up in small pieces. Bum, 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 bum. It's a terrible knife, terrible knife. Chop it up in very small pieces. Not overly small, but lagom small. And what do you know? Now the bacon is done, so let's switch places, the bacon and the onion, and let's reuse the fat from the bacon once again for the onion. Onion in the pan. So now that we have the bacon back, chop up the bacon in small pieces. Oh my god, the smell of bacon. Love it. Let's put the bacon into the, what do you call this? Bowl. It's called bowl. And once we're at it, let's put the feta in here as well. Onion is already done. We're pouring it into the bowl. And this is what we have at the moment. And now, once it's warm, let's put in the meat. And we're cracking the egg and putting the egg in here. And why the egg? We're putting the egg in here as a sort of glue to amalgamate everything. The hard bread, we're using that to get a sort of crisp texture of the meatballs. Hard bread is something that Swedes eat for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. We eat it all the time, but fret not, you can find it in North America too. I tend to go with the Vasa brand. Then it's time for the soy sauce. Just a little bit, you don't need to have much at all. And just a slight bit of pepper in there too. And there you have it, it's done. Oh yeah, no. Also the milk. You need to have the milk for a reason that I don't know. I always have milk, I don't know. Together, every single ingredient. And you contemplate life. Why you put milk in this. Once you're at it, make sure that you get all these feta pieces down to small crumbs. You don't want any bigger blocks of feta or hard bread. Eventually, you'll end up with these little guys. And here comes the most crucial part. While in the pan, be mindful when using the spatula. I suggest using it down to a minimum and shake the pan as much as possible instead. Yeah, and just be sure that you don't move them around too much, because then they will lose their shape. Just make sure that you serve the best one to your guests. And there we have them. Look at these meatballs. They turn out magnificent. Nothing less. And don't miss out on what's left in the pan, because we're gonna use this to make some awesome gravy. Add some more milk into this. Along with milk, add a tiny bit of flour and soy sauce. Potatoes that I've been doing meanwhile. Add some of these guys. Let's put on some lingonberries. Because who doesn't like lingonberries? Together we've created some special meatballs that provides extra value to your day. And there you have it! Swedish fine dining! Tack så mycket för att du tittade. Smaklig måltid!